Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome. I am picked out these stickers that say sunny days ahead on this rather rainy afternoon. So that's maybe I'm just hoping for a little more sun, but I am still loving the rain right now. I really am. We have had quite a few sunny days, and so maybe this is just my body saying, yeah, that's enough for this year. And I know it's going to be much like Seattle, even more rainy days here than Seattle, here in the Netherlands. But I don't know, there is a key difference here. When we were in Seattle, in the home that we were in, that particular home had very small windows. So whenever it was cloudy, we would congregate in like the living room because it had more, like the windows were larger, and then it also had the sliding glass door of the dining room opposite from that. So, but here, the windows are a lot bigger and taller, and we're really enjoying that. We're lucky. We're very lucky. So I'm just filming in natural light again because I like how soft everything is. But on a similar rainy day like this in Seattle, I would not have been able to film at all. So lucky. But we also chose this place because of that. Like, we knew there was a bunch more light here, so that was one reason why. So welcome to the full first week of August, and I've been wanting it to be August. This is a pretty interesting month. It's going to be a lot of chasing some doctor visits and getting my meds set up and getting insurance lined up. When we are permitted to be here, like technically when our visa's processed, because they're in the middle of that right now. When they process through and we can stay here for 2 years, although it'll be a little less than 2 years, then we have to have insurance here. So I'm just kind of waiting. So I have an appointment on Tuesday to get a lot of it kicked off, and then another appointment next week. But there's just like a lot of appointments and a lot of lining things up for the next month. It's just going to be a lot of bouncing back and forth. I think I'll have to take some trips down to The Hague, and I think that's where I'm gonna start out my treatment, and then until I can get it coordinated up here. So that's okay. There's a game plan. Fortunately, this country does not, it requires everyone to have health insurance that's separate from employment. And so we'll always have it. I will say this, since January, we were paying like $3,000 a month for health insurance because my husband didn't have a job yet, and so we were still in that in-between period. And it's hard. It's hard to, although it would have been more expensive if we had just paid out of pocket for the meds, but still, that's a lot. It's a lot. And fortunately, we had saved up. Like, whenever he had a job, we just stockpiled so as much as we could. And then, it was hard. It's still hard now, but as we line things up, I have a little buffer room. Like, I know when I'm due, but I can wait a week and still be just fine. 2 weeks is kind of stretching it, but I think between the time that I'm due and 2 weeks, I think I can get a dose because they're going to probably fast track me. if you are like well documented with like what meds you were on before, that I was in remission for my Crohn's and everything was working really well, and I have a letter from my doctor and all the dosage information, which I do. I have like the printouts that when I went for my infusion, this last place let me keep all of that, which is perfect because right now I can just hand it to somebody and say, this is exactly the dose I got. This is like, I would just take my own Tylenol before that, no antihistamine, that because both of those are commonly used with infusions. And so, yeah, that's my hope, is that I can kind of fast track it, and then I'll have another 8-week span where I can set up more locally, so I'm not going as far. Like The Hague is like if kind of like if you were going from Seattle to maybe Tacoma for treatment, which is, what is it, 40 miles ish or so. So yeah, it would take me like an hour, well, about hour 15 minutes by train to get there, including some buses and stuff. So it's kind of a length to go down there, but then hopefully it's only one time that I need to go down there. They might schedule my next one, and maybe it's 2 times. But at that point, like, it's going to take me a little while just to get into a GP up here. So that's my plan. That's kind of how things are rolling here. Just wanted to share that. I'm kind of losing my light here because it's still pretty, it's getting towards evening here, and it's just a big dark cloud is overhead here, and I'm trying not to turn on any lights, but I think I'll be okay for just a short bit here. I will say I am pretty tired. But I do feel like on this Sunday here, because now I'm kind of filming midday and then releasing it to you guys so that it's kind of a little bit more in your morning. Let's see. A little bit more. I need to get it up soon. I really do. Yeah, so I have this, which I kind of liked the muted tones. And then I picked out these 3. And there's a 076, a 990, and a 977. Oh, it's just been, we do have like all of our furniture, except for the couch, the sofa. The sofa thing that I was talking about last time is like, do you use sofa or not? Just going to do some quick highlights like I usually do. What week are we in? We are up here. And I'm just going to take some deep breaths because I have to say I've been having some anxiety about using my planner. I'm just trying to decide which row I want to go on. I think I want to do this one. It's like there was something nice about focusing on just the big things. And now that things, I mean, we are still very much focusing on very big things right now. I don't know. There was something to very big. I don't know. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm making sense. Where you could just push everything else aside that was just not as important. And now it's kind of back to those smaller things. But I'm trying to now go through and make those smaller things a lot less. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. I feel a little jumbled up right now too. Just kind of like, yeah, so we got some of our last furniture built, ordered the couch. I'm still saying couch, aren't I? Oh well. And we just have a lot of boxes to get out of here. I'm just trying to think of like what. I don't even know if I want to use some of these stickers. I kind of like, because I hand wrote them for last week, and I'm just kind of wondering about keeping things kind of simple right now. I don't think, like, I really am not having an inkling to use any of these right now. I want to keep things simple, and I might cover this a little bit with one of the stickers here. Let's put this gorgeous sticker down here. Love it. There. Instantly fixed. I love it. It looks like a little ribbon down there. How else can we keep this light? I think I might have wanted to put it over a little. That's okay. No, that keeps it a little cleaner. So there's a lot of people on vacation right now. I think it's, it's pretty big in the States too, to not do much in August. But for Europe, it's a big deal to like, I think I'm going to put it in the middle, just keep it really simple. Anything down here? I don't know. Something is saying like, don't overdo it. Brown or kind of a green. This was kind of a Toby green. It's like right here. No, it's the 076. So it's like right here. I don't think I want to use that. So I guess I'm only using 2. And do I want to have it feel softer? I think I want to put a line right here. I'm just really going off of intuition right now. Just letting it happen. I just cooked. I've been relying on a lot of, we had this in the States too, where you just buy like a meal from, like a packaged meal, one of those ready to cook meals. I'm trying to remember what they're like kind of called there. It's just a bunch of ingredients in a box and then you cook it yourself. It's a lot like HelloFresh, but you get it from the supermarket. So we've been doing a lot of those, and it's really helped. I think I've talked about it, but I just cooked a burrito one that was actually really good. Really good. So, but it was kind of like one of those Sunday cooks where it takes a little longer because you have to chop like everything. And it was fun. I enjoyed doing it, but it kind of took it out of me a little bit, I think. So I'm trying to think if I want to put like a line down here, I think, to rebalance it a little bit. Okay, I did that mostly straight. I'm also auditing things. Excuse me. Oh, do I want to fill this in? I don't think so. I think this balances and this balances. We're just going to keep those. And what do I want to do here? Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just keep this a little darker because it'll help me zero in on my lists. And just keep this simple. Although I think I'll hand put these little lines in. Sometimes I can't tell if doing them quick makes them messier or not, but they're messier today. That's okay. And you know what? I haven't tried this before, but I think it'd be kind of nice to have like a shaded area for the meals. You know? If that's all I can track this week, along with some appointments and phone calls, I call that a win. Yeah, it kind of makes the lines look a little less messy if I do that. I do think instead of, I want to put one more like flowers here on the side. I was going to put this one, but that's the exact same flower there. How about this one? Kind of keep it, there we go. Okay. And so now, I think we're done with most of that. I'm just going to, I do want to start tracking my habits again. I think, oh, the rain's really coming down. It's really pretty. What would feel good to track? Because we're starting off in August here, and I could totally change up things. So I think on the bottom, sometimes I like to start on the bottom just because I can go with like the least important to the most important. Or the sure, I'd love to track that if it happens kind of thing. I think, I don't know, for some reason I want to have this on the bottom. Sorry. What I wanted to say is the one on the bottom in this case is something that's more temporary. So we have a bunch of cardboard and we need to slowly bring it down and get rid of it. So definitely, yeah, I thought that'd be a little off. Yeah, that's good enough. I always forget what's first. Let's see. Something that I have not been good about. We have our money in so many different accounts right now. Because we're starting up accounts here. We transferred euros. It's just kind of a mess right now. And along with auditing, we're setting up and streamlining some things. So to balance, what is there to balance, right? Meal plan, we have been doing. Keeping up with my hair schedule. Usually it's like every 5 days. Oh, emergency. Laundry, bathroom, those have been stabilizing. I had kind of a bad last Sunday. I was emotionally in it. It was hard. It was just a rough day. And so I got behind with bathroom stuff and laundry, and this time I'm on it today. Those are done. Literally there's clean towels just sitting on my bed that take exactly 2 minutes to fold and put in a whole container. And we've done a lot of organizing, actually. I have organized here because there was definitely things to do. So I'm going to put bridge as in, so instead of over there, it meant making contacts here, connections, setting up utilities, all that kind of stuff. Now it means that we're building things here, which is getting my business bank account, getting my business set up here, getting health insurance, doing all the appointments, that kind of stuff. So I'm still building bridges. So that's important. And then meals. I wrote a lot of them down last week because we got our food delivered on Friday. So, the burritos I just made. So I can put some of these down here. So we have a curry that we used to make over there. Unfortunately, they sell the boxes here at a regular supermarket, and we were shocked. Spaghetti is one of my son's favorite. There's a couscous meal that I have. We have salmon, salad. See, we're like set for the week. There's one called gado gado. I think it's an Indonesian dish. I have to research this more, but I know you cook hard-boiled eggs, and then there's these little rice crackers, and I'm gonna learn all about it when we have it. Yeah, we have been just trying to try like all their different boxes there, and there was a jambalaya one I wanted to try, like that is very related to like American areas. So it'll be interesting. I have to say that it's not, the food here, I've talked about this, I think it's very good. I think I can find a lot of equivalents, and that's put me pretty at ease, like, because my son likes a lot of certain foods and has texture issues and wants to be comfortable with that. And so yeah, we've figured out a lot. He came in earlier today. He's like, I'm happy. And I'm like, great. You know, I don't know what it was exactly. So I was going to dive into that more this evening. We have chicken burgers because they were on sale. Oh, and then my husband got some ribs that we weren't sure how big. Like, we're still translating milliliters, liters into, you know, quantities that we are familiar with. Now I'm understanding like 300 grams versus 500 grams for like ground beef. So it's helping just to kind of visualize that and become more comfortable with that. So and then we were going to run some errands. I think I'm going to put the errands up here. Oops. Let's see if I can fix that. My hand loves to put extra loops in things. So we have errands, but then I have admin. I want to put the admin down here, because there's going to be a lot. And then chores, and then just I want to share some moments like that. So and then I'll put my card right here. I think I'll pick that later. And then part of, you know, trying to switch things up in my planning is having the energy to do that. And right now, yes, everything is very kind of same, but like I'm still highlighting the same. But I don't know how much I'll mix it up in this planner. So as I mentioned, I did order the Faded Chronicle one, And I want to see what Sterling ink has coming out. I do have a Sterling ink dated from last year that I'm kind of ready to reuse. I know her international shipping is very reasonable. Like Serica Studio, it's expensive to ship, unfortunately, from her. So I'd have to make it a pretty big order. I think it's like $26 just to ship 2 stickers. Like if I got 2 sheets. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Well, there's, make it worth it, right? And then paper tests, I have those ones that I shared that I think I still might get a paper test weeks. And since she's in Germany, not too far away, I'm wondering about just a week's from her. And then if anything sparks my eye at Sterling, I think Sterling ink is beautiful. I think they have something new going on. We'll see in the coming month. But it sounded like there was kind of something a little new coming out. I wouldn't be like, wow, brand new. It's going to shock everything. Maybe she's doing a hybrid. Who knows? That would be hard. I would get both hybrids anyway, because I would love to see them next to each other and talk about them. So it doesn't bother me that I've already pre-ordered Faded Chronicle. I would just order both and just use one. It's going to be harder to get rid of planners from here, which is why I got a few that I know I can like reuse, and brought some over so I wouldn't have to ship as many. I also am still having fun with rings, but not every day. That's not an everyday thing. Okay, let's put in starting the 4th. Definitely have a rainy day on Monday. But 21-16, that's pretty warm still, but then it's cooler the next day. These still are pretty cool temps, and then it's starting to get a little warmer here. Yeah, and it looks like next Friday. Ooh, here. 24-16. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. It's going to be warm for a couple weeks. I see. That's more typical August. And then it's got to cool down. So 24, 25 for a solid week there. But that's not, I mean, I don't think that's even 80s. I'm trying to think here. Do I have... Oh, this is in Celsius. Settings. Fahrenheit. Okay. So... I don't think they really are reaching into the following week. It sounds like it's still 70s. It's when it's in the 80s for me that I have trouble. And that is just me. I know other people can do 80s. But that's hard. Anything else? Okay, so I do have my appointment. Let's look at appointments. Let's get the correct calendar. Here we go. Okay, so 9:49. This is how they schedule here. So 9:49 is my biometrics, and then 11. I did make that a little later. Is my sticker. I might be able to get that a little closer, but I wanted to just like take a breather in between and scout things out. So I was like, what is on here? That's all I have. And then the following week we have, and this may change. So my husband has his kind of in the morning, kind of similar times, just a tad earlier. And then we have at 2, we have with our local Jimente is our local government meeting, well, our registration. And so that's just a little up in the air, so I'm not going to put that on. But tomorrow we're going to go up to Harlem. And so we don't know exactly what time that is. But we're just going to go up. And we're going to see my son's new school. And it's definitely not open. So it's like a really good time to just check it out. And he's going to have to get used to doing that commute. I can I can't see the road from here where we'll take the bus. So it's like a 5-minute walk, and then take the bus up, and then I've missed Harlem. That's where we visited when we first came, and it's a little bit more of an art center. They have some more museums there. I think I mentioned they don't have as many museums down here. And it's got a lot of charm. We just absolutely loved visiting it, and maybe after a couple years we might move up there. I mean, it's like 10-minute drive, it's like it's not that far, but it does have a different feeling. It's a little livelier, although still pretty quiet. We liked it a lot. We did. But we like it here too. Like, yeah, we'll just see when the time comes in 2 years. So that's about what I have here. 9:49 and 11. I don't need to put the A's as much anymore because I'm shifted a lot over to military time, or 24-hour time, I guess you could say. I do have 8:30 is, I'm going to Uber over. I know, it's Uber. It's what I have set up on my phone right now. But I just wanted to get there, and then I'm going to train back. So, because at that time in the morning, I didn't know how things go commute-wise, and then going over to Amsterdam, and I just wanted to make sure I get there plenty of time. I think it's only like a 40-minute drive, so I'll be there extra early and just kind of scout everything out so that when it's time for my son and my husband to go through everything, that I'll be like, here, it's really, you just go here, you just do this. It's really easy, and I've heard they're really nice there, so I think that's it. I'm going to be filling in these lists, and I'm going to be settling back in here. I feel like we've settled into our place now, and I'm hoping to do some more live soon and do kind of like dual video live somehow. I'm not sure how yet, but I have my 2 cameras, and I just need to practice a little, and I'd love to kind of do that a little bit, or just play around a little bit more with my videos. And I did record some things over the last 6 months here and there. It's not a lot, but I can kind of supplement with sitting down and talking about how things are now, and how things worked out. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit more about our whole move, and I feel like we're finally getting some traction. Now I feel like, you know how you're in the deep end, you're just treading water. Well, now we're kind of stepping more into the shallow end where you can just like barely touch your toes. So you can kind of push yourself this way or that. That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now, where I can just a little bit go, okay, there's still a lot. We're still wading through it. We're still getting used to things, but it's feeling a little more comfortable. So if you enjoyed this, please consider liking it or even subscribing on the way out. I'm sure there's like things I missed. I got some things here. I did. I got meals. I got appointments. I got weather. I got most of the things I want in here. But I'm always, again, I should make a little short list on the sticky note, but I didn't. I guess that would help. Yeah, more of this to come, more changes to come. I'm still moving some files around and websites around. So yeah, new things, new names, new business name. Yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.